soccer. So if you're a soccer lover, the Soweto Derby headlines the DSTV Premiership action this weekend as Orlando Pirates and Kaizer Chiefs lock horns at the FNB Stadium. This is the first derby to be played in front of a crowd since the return of two stadiums, and it has been sold out. 93,000 fans are expected to fill up the calabash tomorrow, and we're joined by Vuyo Macoba at the FNB Stadium with a preview in terms of what to expect and at least what we're seeing today. Vuyo, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, and as exactly as you're saying, it's that first big game since the return to stadium for fans. And I can tell you now, as I was driving into the FNB Stadium, barricades are already in place. I've already spoken to the JMPD as well, and now about, of course, to speak to stadium management to get a sense in terms of how the operations and the preparations have been in the lead up to sort of this big spectacle. I can tell you now, even behind me, the groundsmen and women, the cleaners are already making sure and shining the chairs, making sure that everything is in place for tomorrow. Teams are going to be walking in here for one of the biggest spectacles in the football calendar in South Africa. It's Kaizer Chiefs against Orlando Pirates here at the FNB Stadium. And of course, what makes this even more exciting is that it even goes beyond the field. Just a few kilometers from here is Soweto, and that's where both of those teams are coming from. And I can tell you now, already families are divided, friends are divided. And as soon as they walk into this place tomorrow, those that are wearing black and white will be in a different space than those that are wearing black and gold. And of course, in this build-up, looking at how preparations have been going, I am joined by Bertie Grobler, who's the CEO of Stadium Management. Those are the guys, of course, that are making sure that this stadium and the operations to any big game that is coming up is running smooth. Bertie, appreciate your time. A big spectacle, of course, is expected here tomorrow. Maybe just tell us about your week, especially when you look at the fact that it's one big game after the COVID-19 pandemic where fans are returning to stadiums.
Thanks, Vuyo. Yeah, a lot of nervous energy around, but super excited to be involved in the biggest spectacle on the African continent. A week of, not only this week, months of planning, all boils down to tomorrow. So we're excited, but as I say, nervous as well.
Tickets went on sale, I think, on Monday, and already by Tuesday, they were sold out. So about 87,000 tickets were sold altogether with everybody else in this precinct. It's going to be 93,000 of those. What does it give you about, what does it tell you about the nature in terms of the football lovers post-COVID-19?
Yeah, football is definitely not dead in South Africa. The uptake of the tickets and the excitement of the fans and the engagement of the fans is testimony to that. So, yeah, as you say, all in all, with hospitality, the fans in the stands, the overlay, about 94,000 people in the precinct tomorrow.
Talking about preparation, I think the biggest thing this week to get to know about this is, of course, the security. We spoke to Golani Fihla earlier on from the JMPD, who was also just being confident about what everything was going to be like in terms of the traffic coming into the stadium. Just speak to us in terms of the security measures that you've put in place for this game.
Yes, I think that's spot on. The two things that contribute towards the fan experience is how you arrive here, your experience on your road to the stadium and on your way to the stadium, and then the next thing is to enter and exit the stadium safely. The teams will produce the rest on the pitch. So we're very confident with the transport and traffic management plan. As far as safety and security is concerned, we're standing next to the venue operating center, and tomorrow this will be a hub of activity. The heartbeat of the safety and security of the event. Just to give you an example, there will be only private security companies, 1,647 security officers deployed. Medics, there will be in the region of 90,000 medics all over the stadium, in the parking areas and in the precinct. JMPD, Kulani said now, the deployment JMPD, 120 staff members or officers, JMPD officers. Police, a massive contingent of police. Only POPs, 120 POPs officers deployed.
Thank you so much, Brett. You appreciate your time. it seems like all is in place for this big spectacle here at the FNB Stadium. Like I said, it's Orlando Pirates against Kaizer Chiefs, one of the biggest matches on the football calendar in South Africa.
Got a lot of people nervous. Vuyo, thank you very much for that update.